Welcome to another Quantum Conversation, brought to you by AcousticHealth.com. I'm Loren Gailey, and I invite you to sit back as we enter the quantum realm, that space of the greater part of you. It is your connection to infinite possibilities, infinite potential, and infinite mastery. And welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here as we are talking about the quantum realm. Today, we're talking with sacred activations that are subconscious meta-programming, healing modality, and it's actually powered by Source God energy. The founder of this healing modality is Tamra Oviatt, and we are so excited to be here with Tamra. Tamra, welcome. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lauren. I love to be here with you and your lovely guests. I've seen people from Spain and Glastonbury and all over the United States. It's fantastic.
Yes, this is our group from around the world, and we literally are acupuncture points for our love, for Gaia here. And so welcome to everyone who's joining and watching, and even going to watch the international broadcast later as well. So here is a healing modality that you've founded and discovered by listening to your guides, listening to spirit, listening to your soul. And these, you have come through the years discovering that these help to reprogram belief systems, emotional patterns, and all of the mental constructs that limit us. And we're really excited today because you're going to have some activations for us. As we get started, let's just check in with the energies, Tamra. Here we are, about to complete this year of 2022. We're feeling the new year of 2023.
Yay.
And can you give us your sense of what this year has been like? What have you noticed with your clients and for yourself about the energies? This has been a very transformational year. Would you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. The last couple of years have been huge for planet Earth. We've been purging. We've moved in the fifth dimensional grid system, and that's how we're living now. So all those old belief systems that are no longer serving Mother Earth and us have been purging. We're still purging. We're getting better, but I see things getting better and better all the time. And I'm really excited about 2023. I really am. I think there's going to be some major shifts, as there has been, but it's going to even keep quickening. You know how it's been quickening, and people are waking up and they're vibrating higher and they're living on different realms, but still in the consciousness of the planet. And 2023 and continued through 2024, we're going to keep elevating. Things are going to get better. We could pop into world peace any moment. It's the collective consciousness. It can't be stopped. It's growing within the web. We are all connected, just like the internet. We, as humans on this planet, are also, I'm reminded to tell you, even with our universal brothers and sisters, it's all here for us. We're doing this. And I'm excited. I've got goosebumps all over of the shifts that we're going through and what we're going to continue seeing on this planet. Don't get locked into the fear. Those are all illusions. And when we stop feeding them, they're just going to fall away. And you're going to find yourself living, I like to call it heaven on earth. That's how I live my life. And I want you to join me.
Yes, and that's these sacred activations. That's really your journey. And when you speak of world peace, that's your mission. You see it. I know you've talked about that before, and you can feel it within your
yeah.
And I think we're all there too. There's things in the 3D media perspective that when we peek at the news, we can see, wow, it seems like we're far from that. But when we go and choose to read between the lines, as I like to say, we can see that there are shifts. There's things that get leaked into the media that do tell us things are changing. The collective is changing. Do you think that there is in this awakening process, do you think that there's a surrender to love, or how would you describe what's happening?
Absolutely. Absolutely. it's, peace is I've been shown this twice. I was shown this in 2012. I was shown this again in 2017, where I am sitting in peace and there's chaos going on all around me.
Ah,
And I didn't understand that in 2012. And I was shown it again in 2017. And I thought, oh my God, does that mean something major is going to happen? And I just have to hold the peace. Well, what I've recently realized, because this stuff takes a while sometimes, right? What I really realized is my job really is just sit in peace with the chaos around me, and it supports everything. And that's what I do. And that's how I live my life. I don't get caught up in the media. I mean, I was doing a training in Japan. Was it last weekend or the weekend before? And somebody mentioned stuff about what's going on, and I was a little shocked because it's not my reality. I don't pay attention to it. I went, oh, that's going on in the Matrix. I had no idea. And I like to keep it that way. I don't want to plug back in and analyze it, because when you do, you feed it. When you do, you support it.
yeah,
You've got a bunch of flowers in your garden. The ones you feed are the ones that are going to grow. The ones you're not feeding and watering, those are going to die, right? It's the same thing with the belief systems that you support in your life.
yeah, yeah. And so that's the power of your sacred activations, is to really help transform those belief systems. And so for many people know you, you're doing incredible work on the planet. For
Thank you.
those who don't know you yet and are just meeting you for the first time, the sacred activations, again, this is your journey. You listened to your spirit and you followed the instructions, you followed the directive, and you came up with these sacred activations. What's going on here?
I didn't come up with them. Well, first off, I was dragged.
Oh,
I was yelled at. I was dragged. I learned to listen from not listening and having bad things happen because I didn't listen.
okay.
Really bad motorcycle accident. If I wasn't wearing the helmet, I would have been dead. I was told not to get on the bike probably 100 times, and I got on. And again, if I wasn't wearing it, that's my scar here. I have scarring here, all the way up, inside my mouth. Just, I could go on and on about it, but it was because I wasn't listening. I bought a haunted house because I didn't listen. I was told not to buy the house. I bought the house. It was very, very haunted. It was, come to find out, on an Indian burial ground.
Wow.
Yeah. And so, spirits kept coming to me. You're supposed to be a healer. You're supposed to be a healer. I had this fantastic job. I was making great money. I was divorced, bought a house, all by myself, which to me was fantastic. And so they just kept at me until I started listening. And then I started doing a bunch of different trainings and stuff. And every time I did, I'd hear, this isn't for your training. This is what this isn't for what you're supposed to be doing. This is for your training. And that was frustrating. I was doing years of that. I kept trying to be a healer, and I was falling flat on my face. I went on food stamps. My house got repossessed. My car got repossessed because I couldn't make any money because of my belief systems about healers can't make money, and there's so many belief systems around that. Look, I got goosebumps again. Now I live in Yucatan, Mexico, on the beach, on a house I own, because I changed my belief systems. And so that's what sacred activations does. It's metaprogramming the human biocomputer. It shifts those belief systems that are running your life. And it's not your fault that they're running your life. You picked up a lot of that before age 7 and through your life. And so it's like old programs on a computer, right? So say you want to upgrade. See, a lot of people offer these upgrades, but you got to clean the hard drive first. There's no room for new software until you shift out those old unwanted belief systems, so that you can now upgrade your software, right? So that's the core. Don't worry about it. We've got a lot of high vibrational activations, but truly, to me, the core of sacred activations and what I do is I change those unwanted old programs that have been running your life for how many years? 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years. and you keep repeating the same thing over and over and over again, and you keep doing all these affirmations and all these high vibrational things, but nothing changes because you haven't changed the core. You
Mhm.
have to change and upgrade the computer system. And when you do that, the computer system starts operating properly and creating programs that support you and what you want to do. Sorry, I get all excited. Woo-hoo.
Well, no, it's beautiful because I actually was a witness to this in my own life from an activation with you, just being in your presence. When was it? It must have been, I can't even remember the year. It was way back in the,
2014, I think.
yeah. And so there was a
Yeah,
big shift that you helped me with in my belief system, revolving around poverty consciousness. And that, I think so many of us have that. And it's
yeah.
the words that we choose and the um, things that we think we deserve or don't deserve, like you had, and thinking, where does this come from? Healers are not to make money.
Yeah,
That is so deep in so many of us. And we see
yeah.
it with people stepping out into their own healing businesses. So you helped me actually make a shift, and it was just really quite amazing. There were other people that helped in that too. One was like a 2x4 over the head that actually kind of made me angry at that person for a while. But it was good because sometimes it's the anger that actually is the catalyst when it gets our attention in that way. But the sacred activations, what you offer, were so gentle that it was seamless. It felt like, I mean, what does it feel like? It just feels maybe lightheartedness or a lightness comes over us. And maybe we can't pinpoint exactly the changes, but after a while, we start to see, wow, okay, things have shifted. So that's the beauty of sacred activations. And this comes truly from source. We're going to go into a few activations with you today. And I want to first invite those watching and listening to use our Q&A box in our Zoom audience to ask a question, or if you've got something that you'd like help with, then Tamra should be able to, for our group, give us an activation that will counteract that or activate us into a new belief and a better connection to the source energy. So one of the things we want to talk about today, Tamara, is how to become a powerful creator in our life by learning that this creative power is already within us. That's what you did for me. It's already within us. And
It's
you did.
already here.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's already here. You just have to clear out the programs that are no longer serving you in what you want to create. And so that's all you have to do, because then everything fills in of what's necessary for you to be happy and joy. And I tell people, you really just have to focus on happiness and joy. You don't have to have a huge list of goals. If you're focusing on happiness and joy, then the universe is all, she wants to be happy and joyful. What does that mean for her? And then everything just starts showing up for you so that you can enjoy yourself. I mean, you don't have to want to live on a beach in Mexico, but maybe you just want to be able to pay your rent every month without worrying about things. That's attainable also. It's all attainable. It's all energy. It's all available for us. And it's just important for us to clear out what's stopping us, but also absolutely still spend some time saying thank you, being gratitude, sing, whatever it is to bring your vibration up, because the universe isn't reading your words, they're reading your vibration.
Very interesting. And one of the most, I think, you probably have a good idea of what your most popular question is. One of the most popular questions that we get here that I witness is because I resonate with it as well, or I did, and then you helped me clear it, was this, paying our bills, or maybe
Yeah.
not having enough money, or, there's so many layers to the abundance vibration that keep us from abundance. And it really comes from, wow, not only past lives, but as children and how we grew up with what we were denied, parents saying, no, you can't have that, put that back. really interesting things. And even the workspace, even I was a journalist for many years, and the workspace of not even having time for lunch in the middle of a day because you were out getting the story. This was television news. You're out getting the story. You got to come back. You got to put makeup on, and you got to do the editing of it. You got to write it up. You got to get it to the newsroom to get it all put on the air that night. And then you got to go put your makeup on and do an anchor. And so because of that, when I left that part of the matrix, there were so many belief systems in place. And this is what we all go through, where you got to work hard for money. You can't just sit and be in happiness and joy because the money won't flow. But actually, what we're learning is that we have to do exactly the opposite of this. That is the vibration. So that's what these sacred activations do. They're silent. When you do it, they're silent. And our ego mind could sit and say, well, what's happening? But when we go in and feel what's happening, there's nothing to do, is there? There's nothing to
No,
do. It's just a
no,
wait.
yeah, I'm sorry.
No,
They're
no, go
magical.
ahead.
They're magical. You just have to listen to them. And then, over the next few days, next few weeks, even the next few months, you keep shifting and shifting and shifting and shifting. That's why I call it metaprogramming the human biocomputer. I heard this term from Dr. Lilly. God, I can't think of his last name right now. Incredible man. He used to do this with LSD with
Oh,
clients back, in the 50s and 60s. And I went, oh my God, this is what Sacred Activations does. Spirit brought me this book. I went to this float tank in Florida, and this book was sitting there, and I kept hearing, look at the book, look at the book, look at the book, look at the book. So it's like, okay, because me, it's like John Lilly. Thank you,
thank
Zara. Hi, Zara. Zara's from Germany. So I took a picture of the book, and I went on Amazon and I ordered it. And really, what I learned was the phrase for sacred activations. It's metaprogramming the human biocomputer. And what that means is once the activation or deactivation starts running, it keeps running, and it keeps rewriting the software and upgrading it. It's intelligent. So these activations and deactivations are intelligent, and they keep working with you. You can't go from riding a horse to flying a spaceship without steps in between. It's going to blow your mind. So the sacred activations help shift you up levels and levels and levels until you just keep going. I keep going. I
Yeah.
used to believe that, if I'm good and I'm all healed, what am I going to do? I'm going to get bored. Yeah, right. There's all these levels, and those are one of the belief systems, that is out there.
Yes, yes. Okay, so as these activations keep working with us, what I've noticed is it also makes us stronger at identifying that there's even a belief system there. BS is what we call it, belief system. And so that's even what reactivates them to keep working is, wow, this is coming up again, and we can go back into that energy and receive it again, or people can listen to them again as you've got them. So one of our first questions, and it comes from Miriam in our book, in our Zoom audience. Hi, Miriam from Argentina. I hope your team wins the World Cup. Please clear the limitation about receiving money and not be afraid and keep moving forward. So a limitation about receiving money, this is multifaceted because sometimes we can receive money and it goes right back out the door, or maybe we don't value ourselves enough to ask for the money or receiving the money. So Miriam, if you want to add anything more to that, we can do our first activation with that, and not to be afraid and keep moving forward.
Yeah, and to keep being afraid and keep moving forward, you have to keep moving forward. You have to continue creating what you desire. And that can be really simple, or it can be really difficult. So if you have a lot of belief systems and you're stuck, it's going to take a little longer. I can't do one activation that is going to clear all your belief systems for you to move forward and to receive lots of money. there's steps to it, from riding the horse to the spaceship. There's a lot of childhood beliefs. So I'd have run a lot of activations on that. I'll run some of those activations today, so that you can start receiving money and clearing that. Your childhood beliefs are huge, from 0 to 7, the trauma, how people treated people with money. There's one of the activations I love to do. We'll do this one today. What is it called? It's Rich People Suck.
Yeah, that's a huge
All right,
one.
Zara, what's the name of it? Zara's one of my teachers.
Yeah, that's a huge one because
Yeah.
we could feel a resentment to those with money, but
Oh,
actually
yeah.
in doing the opposite, you have to look at what can be done. Like, yes, that can be achieved. That's the attitude we take, right?
Exactly. I mean, if they can do it, I can do it. I was watching Magic Johnson had this documentary on. I watched it. It was 4 parts. And he when he was a child, he was manifesting, yeah, I want a big round bathtub. I want to do this. I want to do that. There we go. Money is dirty and rich people suck. I love you, Zara. Thank you so much for being here, honey. I'll run that today. And so in the documentary, and then, he got in trouble. He got AIDS because he was running around sharing his body with everybody. And then he became a spokesperson for it. He created his own event to help people. And then he went on and opened stores and everything in inner cities. And he kept going and going and going. And all of this stuff would have knocked most people down.
Hmm.
So watch something like that and be excited for them and what they do. And
Yeah.
then he received a very, very gay son, I guess he's a fashion designer, incredible guy. And it's like, there's another fantastic story that this man brought through for the world. So we can make a difference. It doesn't matter where we live, where we came from, or what's going on. But it is about focus, and it is about clearing those belief systems out so that you can create that. And that's what I'm here to help you do, is to clear those belief systems out so you can start receiving, so that you can continue to flourish and enjoy your life. So I will run that. I want to go ahead and get some more activations, and then we'll run a bunch at a time, if that's okay. So you guys
Yeah.
keep writing in your questions.
Yes, please. Go ahead and put those in our Zoom chat line. There's one for insecurity weight. Ooh, due to stalkers in the past, planned robbery, which didn't happen. You know what? I recently lost 40 pounds, and
Wow.
I attribute this to finally being at peace with everything, and other factors. But I was hiding myself. I was hiding myself with the insecurity weight. So that's beautiful for people to
Yeah.
move through as well. So we can do that activation. And so here are some other questions. Ron has a question. Does DNA activations help clear out negative subconscious?
Yes, that's what I do. That's
Hmm.
what I do, is clear your negative subconscious belief systems out so that you can start creating the life you desire.
And would these be DNA activations?
Those
It's
are deactivations. Yeah, I do activations and deactivations. I started calling them deactivations because when you hear the word activations, but yet you're clearing out your 0 to 7, you're all, wait a minute, I don't want that activated. You know what I mean? So I started also calling them deactivations because that's what they do. They are, when you listen to them, they start running and they start clearing out those belief systems. And again, they continue working with you. I mean, when I first started doing this, I was told it takes about 3 weeks to integrate those higher vibrational activations, because some of the activations are sacred geometry activations. So I do offer a lot of high vibrational activations that are really going to help you shift, but also a lot of deactivations that are going to change those belief systems so that activation can actually help you and help you shift into those higher vibrations. So you can start feeling spirit, talking to spirit, and creating things and changing things like this, because you are capable of that. If I can do it, you can do it.
Yes, and thank you again for the work that you bring forward on this. Here is another part of that question. Money is dirty, rich people suck, but glass ceiling and fear of moving forward, those activations would, yeah, fear of moving forward. That's a good one because here we are again at the start of a new year, and many are feeling something new coming about. And there's
Yeah.
some trepidation to that. Like, what are we going to do? And so, if we're just present with our light, there's no need to fear that moving forward or be in the head about what it is we're supposed to do next. We can just be very present, and then we'll know what to do. Like these activations, they know exactly how to work on us when we sit and receive them. So that's a good one. Thank you, Zara, again for that.
Yeah.
And here's one from Melinda. Belief from family that I am the odd one. I think many of us have that, and will not know how to survive in this world. Wow, those are big family programs. Hmm.
Yeah. Black sheep of the family is the name of the activation for that. And
Black.
congratulations.
And what?
Congratulations for being the black sheep. That means
Oh,
you are standing out of the collective consciousness of your family. You know, my family used to trash me. They used to all talk about me.
mhm.
They used to, I mean, that my son told me, he says, everybody used to talk about you, Mom, and I was one of them. You know, now I see what you do and I get it. But my whole family has shifted now, the way they treat me. And before I was the crazy one.
Yeah. Okay, other activations. This would be the time, people, to go ahead and put in what you'd like to clear or what you would like to work on. What energies, belief systems no longer serve you that you want to move past. And here's one from Jimmy. Permission from self to live in more joy and happiness. That's part of
Yeah,
societal programming.
absolutely.
Have
Yeah.
to work hard.
Thank you, Jimmy. Hi, honey. Um, Sandra, let me tell you something. Men love fat women too. So having weight on isn't going to protect you. It's just your belief system about that. And it's just, it's harder on your body when you've got extra weight on you. That's something I've dealt with on and off my whole life for the same reasons of men hitting on me. But even when I was fat, men were still hitting on me. So maybe it came down a little bit, but you know, they were still hitting on me. And so just let go of all of that, keeping weight on to keep yourself safe, because really it affects you and your health. And it's harder on your body. As you know, Lauren, you just dropped 40 pounds. I still got 20 pounds to go. I just went gluten-free about 7 weeks ago. And I'm dropping more weight and my puffiness is going away and stuff. It feels really good.
Awesome. We just know what to
Yeah.
do. All right. And so, fear of true love from Sandra. Fear of true love or the twin flame. Any thoughts on this?
Fear of true love. Yeah, there's an activation called the inner twin flame that I run, because truly we are our own twin flames. And when we're whole and within ourselves, then we can track more people that are also in whole, instead of everybody's always looking for their other half. You know, how about you're whole inside and allow someone else whole to come in, instead of you being needy or them having to be needy. But more than that, I would think the activation for that is damsel in distress, because we as women make it where we have to be saved, and then men, like, they have to be come in and save us, and then that brings the attraction. Who wants that relationship where you're always having to be saved or save someone? And a lot of relationships are built on that. So the activation I would like to do for that would be damsel in distress.
Okay,
Love
beautiful.
that activation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a powerful one. Really empowering. All right. And so Deb types in, and the rainbow sheep. I love that because anytime we think of this is the opposite of the black sheep. Just remember, we did choose to come into the families that we came into. And
Yep.
congratulations for being the black sheep. Maybe we should call ourselves the rainbow sheep.
I
Yes.
like
All
the
right.
rainbow sheep.
The rainbow
I'm going to
sheep.
write that down.
Yeah,
Zara, remember that one, please.
the rainbow sheep. Yes, we are. I was standing under a waterfall recently, and the sun reflecting the light had a rainbow 360 degrees around me, and I heard, "You are the center of the rainbow." How cool is that?
Wow.
You are the center of the rainbow. So that is really quite magical. And I think we can all remember, you are the center of the rainbow. Hey, maybe that's another activation.
That's another activation. I love that.
Ron, thank you. Here's a question. Development of self-confidence because of bad parenting. Oh, okay. Self-confidence, confidence.
Yeah,
That's
confidence is a tricky one because it's got to be the balance of the ego, and a lot of people say you've got to get rid of your ego. No, 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 no. Put your ego to work for you. Ego is your amigo. Give your ego things to do. That's what you do with your ego, and
I'm writing that down.
yeah. So it's confidence comes through clearing yourself, and that will happen when you're more balanced and you're not stuck in that. Caste system family is absolutely amazing activation. I received this one. This was back in 2013, and we'll run caste system today.
Great. You know what comes up a lot? Actually, recently, even in some hypnosis sessions that I help facilitate, it's very similar. It's very easy to see the similar threads. And a big one that comes up is fear of being seen. Even people, fear of being on video. This
Oh
is
yeah.
fear of being heard. This is this is so common with light workers, probably because of past lives, right? And how we were maybe taken out, or maybe fear of being seen, fear of using our voice.
Yeah,
Also,
there's a
judgment of
lot of
judgment of self. Like we judge ourselves so harshly. That's
that.
another one.
Oh yeah, hugely. Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank God for me that I got to do this was sales. I started doing sales. I was working at a video store in the very early 80s. And it was when the cameras, personal video cameras first came out, with the beta machines. You remember those big beta machines you had to carry around, this huge freaking camera? And they would make us practice on video in front of it. I shut up. I couldn't talk. I was so uncomfortable. And then, that's how I made my living, was sales and helping people. And it was always from the heart and assisting people. So I did really well because I was always honest, I was always real, and I never oversold people. But that gave me the opportunity to work on my confidence to be able to do this today. I don't think I could have done that with the path I came through. So make sure you take time, make sure you post photos of yourself, shoot little videos, and before you know it, you're really comfortable. I'm super comfortable on camera now, where it took me a long time. You were my first live interview I ever did. You came to Kathy Mason's with your video camera, took pictures of me, and video recorded me.
You did great. Yeah, you did great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was so nervous.
It did not show at all. No, the funny thing about it is too that I was a television journalist and in Guam, an anchor. I would anchor the news, and I would still be just really frigid looking. And if the teleprompter would go blank, I'd sit there, look like a deer in the headlights. It's really crazy, but it takes practice. And so,
Yeah.
like with you, it does. It takes practice. And the first time most people hear their own voice. I mean, I wanted to be a singer when I was 8 years old. And then I got the little tape recorder and I sang into it, and I realized, oh no, I was mortified. I was like, oh no, I got to have a change of plan. I'm not going to be a singer.
I'm
So
laughing because I'll do that.
yeah,
Singing away, turn down the music, and you're like, oh my God.
that's me. That's not me. Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, here's a good one. Yeah, we just have been through a pandemic. And so this one, I had this too. I'm kind of I was kind of a germaphobe in a pandemic. I call it a GIF, germaphobe, a GIP, germaphobe in pandemic. So fear of getting germs or germophobia. Hopefully, the past couple of years has helped us get over that once and for all. I hope so. If not, you've got an activation for that, right?
Germaphobe.
Germaphobe, germophobia.
That's a new one, Zara. Write it down. I love it. Sorry, Zara. Just teasing you, honey. I've never done germaphobe, and that's great. And that's a great name. That's fantastic.
Yeah,
But look at,
especially
I'm getting some new activations today. You're the center of the rainbow.
post.
Germaphobe, that's
Yeah,
perfect.
post-pandemic. Are you done? I mean, I don't know if you went through fear, but when we all went into this as humans, it was the fear program on high. And I was one that had a lot of fear, but you know what? I'm totally done with that now. And I don't know what came over me, but it just one day totally gone.
Yeah, it's not running the world anymore.
It's not running the world anymore. I mean, people are still concerned, but it's okay. I think it's beyond. So this would be a good one. All right.
Yeah.
We're going to get started in just a moment. Let's read one more. Okay, final call for anyone in our audience to go ahead and put one in. Okay. So this one from Melinda. All right, Melinda says, just listening to you ladies and hearing the questions have helped. Yes, see, even just that is an activation in itself. These are good reminders. Can't wait for the deactivations. Thank you. All right, Ron, control freak. Ah, so many are the control freak. Is this a new one for you? Control freak.
Control freak is about oh, well, you got to read this one.
Zara. Hey, Zara says, Loren, I just want to take the opportunity to thank you. I found Tamra on your show in 2014, and now I'm one of her teachers. Wow. Wow. So thank you so much for having Zara. How is she one of your teachers? Please explain.
She started watching my YouTube videos and started doing webinars. And then she did practitioner training. Yeah. She's
Okay.
gone through all the trainings.
She's a sacred activation teacher, a teacher of the sacred
Yeah.
activations. Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
Good. We'll talk we'll talk
yeah.
more after this about how people can work with you and do that as well. Okay. So let's see. Success, Julene, beautiful name. Success in business and financial endeavors.
Yes.
Okay.
We're good. Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, let's go ahead and get started.
Okay. So I like the germaphobe. I'm going to run that one. I just absolutely love it. So what happens when I run sacred activations is all I invite you to do is close your eyes so you're not distracted with things going on around you, and just allow whatever thoughts, feelings, or emotions to come up. You might feel something, you might not. You might get emotional, you might not. You might get really tired afterwards, or you might be full of energy. Things will start shifting right away. They will continue shifting over the next few days, next few weeks, even the next few months. They will continue shifting within you. And when they're gone, they don't come back. Sometimes on a higher vibrational level where you're spinning around and around and around, because this is really what we do, is another level of it or something will come up for you, and you shift that out and you're good to go on a whole nother level. Because we really are like on a spiral of our consciousness continues spinning and spinning. I see things that happen from one year to another. It like comes around again, but it's different or less. That just happened with my cat. You know, a year ago, she was really sick, or and almost died. And then this year on his anniversary, we had to take him to the doctors. And then he looked at the doctors and said, I'm not doing this. And that was it. He was better. So again, that spiral, you know, that comes around sometimes. So that's what these do. And that's how these work with you. So just go inside, allow the energy to flow, and don't worry about anything, because that's all you got to do. And I do this rest. I connect to source energy, universal energy, God energy, whatever you want to call it. At the top of the dome is where I connect to do this clearing for you. So we're going to start with, I want to do caste system family. This is going to change so much in your family dynamics. I mean, it blew me away what happened with mine. And I'd been working on my family dynamics for years. So caste system family, I'm also going to do 0-7, black sheep, and germaphobe. And then we'll see where we go from there. I'll hear whatever else I'm supposed to add in, if I'm supposed to add something else in. This is a lot, what we're doing. So, especially 0-7 in family, caste system family. I was told to also do one sacred geometry activation, and I'm told it's the tree of life. And this will help you with creating. And if you're a writer or an artist or anything like that, it will really help shift you and clear that stuff out that's stopping you from doing that. It works in your energy field. Sacred geometry it's around your body and around the whole world. So here we go. We're starting with caste system family. Okay, 0-7. Well, yeah, I said I would do damsel in distress. I'm adding that in. Germaphobe. Tree of life. I'm also hearing to add in healthy boundaries. Okay, bring your energy into Mother Earth. Imagine grounding, connecting. Your head might hurt, you might feel a little dizzy. Just connecting into Mother Earth. And if you feel dizzy later, just imagine that you can put your feet in the soil or the sand or the water and just really connect into Mother Earth. That will really help you a lot. And open your eyes when you're ready.
Wow, thank you, thank you, thank you, Tamra. It was really amazing. The germaphobe, I mean, it's interesting to see the images that come up in that. The 0 to 7, I can see how that was very beneficial for dealing with financial issues for
Oh,
those who were
yeah.
concerned as young children, because I saw this little pair of sandals that I wore when I was 6 years old, and I loved them. And we get home, and my dad made my mom take them back. And I was like, no, I wore them out of the store. You can't take them back. We took them
Oh,
back anyway. And then after you and I did that, I think this was in 2016, I went shopping with a girlfriend who's like, we're going to get you some new shoes. And I went shopping, and that belief system came up, and I looked down at my feet, and I'm wearing the rainbow sandals that were similar to when I was 6 years old. Isn't that amazing?
oh,
So
yeah.
very interesting, the images that come up during this process. And then in the germaphobe one, I felt that in my body, in my core. So it's really interesting, just an awareness of how we each receive any of these. What are your comments on that?
Yeah, well, you'll feel the ones that really resonate with you in the belief systems because you're feeling them clear out of your body. But
Hmm.
again, if you didn't feel anything, you guys, it's okay too. So
Yeah.
don't worry about it. Because I've had people go, well, I didn't feel anything. And then they tell me how much their life has changed. You know
Great.
what I mean? So some people feel it a lot and some people don't feel anything. Doesn't matter if you feel it or not, it's still working with you. And some people really feel it, so you're really sensitive. You're always working with light workers. So you're going to be at that level where you're going to be sensitive and you're going to feel things more than a lot of people do.
And in the beginning, I can't say that I felt it in the beginning. And
Exactly.
so this is where the next question that would arise out of that is the belief. Believe. Do we have to even believe in it
No,
to work? We don't even have to believe. We could sit there and say, but that's fine too, because there's
just
something
giving your
going
permission. Yeah.
permission. Just give your permission. Be
Yeah.
willing to give the permission and watch
Yeah.
how your life changes. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So comments coming in. Yes, Ron also got images. This was amazing, he says. Melinda, thank you for your comment. Felt a lot of it releasing in the gut area and the organs in that area. Cried and released sadness with the caste system and also with the tree of life. Feel lighter in those areas already. Thank you. Beautiful.
You're welcome.
Now, the tree of life is interesting. This came up for me just in the past couple of days. And that's really the as above, so below energy. Can you share more on the tree of life and how that's working to support us?
It's a sacred geometry activation. It was given to me, I think it was the third or fourth activation I ever received. And when I started receiving these activations, I was in the Roslin Chapel in Scotland. I was told to go there. I was told by God, say, to go into the Akashic records. And I was met by Lord Metatron. And I didn't know who he was. And I said, "Who are you and what do you want?" And he said he was Lord Metatron. He was there to assist me. And it's like, okay. And that's when all the energy started coming in for these activations, these golden seals and everything. So then I was told, anyways, so then my third activation, I was told to go into the Akashic records. And when I did, I saw Lord Metatron standing there. And then I also saw another being and I said, "Who are you?" And he says, "I'm Moses." And I'm all, "Moses who?" And, I didn't get that, or that he would talk to me. Yeah. Okay. My upbringing's Christian. So that's why Moses would be one of my masters that would show up for me, I guess. But I received the Tree of Life activation from him, and he told me to call it the Moses Codes. So I didn't know there was a book called the Moses Codes that, came out, or I think a couple of years even before I received this. I didn't even know it was existed. But it's the Tree of Life, and again, above and below. And you're asking me to explain it in the sacred geometry terms. I can't. I can tell you that I can see what it is and what it looks like, and I know what it does to people. I know it really frees you and helps line you up and does a lot of healing for you. I've seen a lot of miracles from this, and even the first three activations that totally change your life.
Yeah. Okay. So then that's going to help us with confidence and everything that was asked here today.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Beautiful. And
And the
so,
same thing with the caste system family. A lot of people believe different people in their family are more worthy than them. So that's going to help your abundance and help your relationships with your family. So that activation is so important. The 0 to 7 is going to change tons of your belief systems around money, around health, around other people. I mean, this is a really general, but yet compact activation or deactivation. It's going to shift your life in so many ways. It's just wait, you guys. I'm really excited about it. And I'm happy to hear from you and what's changed in your life, because that fuels me. It makes me so excited to assist you. Can I tell you exactly what sacred geometry is and what it does? No. I didn't even know I was doing sacred geometry activations until a friend of mine handed me a book, and I said, "Oh my God, this is what I'm doing." And that was with the Tree of Life, sacred geometry. I was totally blown away. I was seeing this and repairing this in people's energy fields.
wow. Oh, well, thank you for the amazing activations that you brought forward today. We're so grateful that we could feel that and experience it. And I have a question as we are on our journey of soul evolution and ascension, your experience helps be a teacher for us. And so as we are all going to be meeting light beings, connecting with higher realms, your experience is helpful. And so you said when you were in Roslyn Chapel, energy came to you and you said, "Who are you and what do you want?" Can you explain or share how you discerned what that was like for you to feel that energy, to know that it was an energy? I mean, what was that? Did you see something? Did you sense it? What
Oh
happened?
yeah, I saw him standing there.
You're clairvoyant.
Yeah, I used to not be, but yeah. Yeah, I saw him standing there. I didn't know who Lord Metatron was. And thank God I didn't, because
Right.
I wouldn't have felt worthy to talk to him at the time. I Googled him. I was in Italy. So this was like 4 months later after I started talking to him, who I found out who he was. And I was just blown away. I'm like, holy crap, I'm talking to him, But I mean, when I was in Italy, I spent 8 months in Europe when I received sacred activations. And a lot of it, I was alone in countries where I didn't speak the language and I didn't know anybody.
Mm,
And they just kept coming in and teaching me and talking to me. These are all source energy, but I've had a lot of teachers. aliens, all kinds of stuff come in and teach me and give me activations. And some of them scared the crap out of me because I know how powerful they are. When I received alchemy of the third, fourth, and fifth dimension and starseed, they told me to run them. It took me, I think, 6 months before I ran the activations. I was afraid to, and when I first started this, it took a half hour to do 2 to 3 activations with people. What do we do? 5 or 6 just now in under 10 minutes?
Yes.
So again, we're activating these, but these are going to keep running with you guys, and they're going to keep shifting you. So just be excited about how much your life is going to change from what you received in 10 minutes.
Yes, that's really powerful. Thank you. Okay, interesting chat in comments in the chat box. Ron says Archangel Metatron was known as the burning bush that helps Moses give messages. That was that was it. No, it was not the fire, but Archangel Metatron.
I had no idea. I'm goosebumping from head to toe. Wow. Yeah.
Metatron
I
was
didn't
the
know that.
bush Moses talked to. Ah, not
Oh,
God.
God.
Okay, very
Wow.
cool. Thanks for sharing that, Ron.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you, Ron. Yeah, I've got goosebumps.
yeah,
You
that's
know,
information.
I mean, I used to talk to masters and angels all the time, constantly, and then it stopped, and I felt really lonely, and I didn't understand why it stopped. And what I finally realized is that I'm living in the 5D, and my higher self is connected into the 6D, where I'm the master. Because I would
Yes.
hear you are the master you're speaking to. So I no longer needed Metatron or all these other masters talking to me because I had the information myself. And that's where we're moving, you guys, is into that space where you are your master. And through the evolution of me doing sacred activations and shifting my belief systems, these things just keep happening. And it took me a while before I understood that. So I am connected now in the 6th dimension, which create things like this, you know what I mean? So it's just super fast where we're manifesting super quick, and which is very, very exciting. And you can do that too, but it's make sure you're clearing yourself and focusing on what it is you desire, because you are powerful. In this whole earth, we've already moved up to the 5th dimension. And a lot of us are now connecting into that 6th dimensional grid system for our messages, for our energy. And we'll find where we don't need the angels and everything else anymore, because they're more 5th dimensional beings, and we're now with them in this. And of course, they're here to assist us. Of course, you can work with them. And absolutely, they're happy to help you, but don't make them your God. Don't, you know what I mean? Don't do that. They don't want that. They see us as brothers and sisters, and they're here, they're helping us ascend.
Yeah, they're giving a hand up. And I just want to share that in all the interviews I've done and questions that come up from the audience, that's a big one. People who've been on the path like you get to a point where they're like, you know what, I don't hear my guides anymore. And it's disconcerting to them.
Yeah,
But what you're
it
saying
was.
But what you're saying is it's okay because now you've graduated, basically.
Yeah,
They're stepping back to allow you
yeah,
to fully trust the wisdom
yeah,
within. And that's where we're going. So thank you for
yeah,
sharing that insight. Okay.
yeah,
Good, 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 good. Very good. All right, everyone. Well, I'm going to drop into the Zoom chat line the page that got you here, the page that you were emailed to get you here to this show today. That page has the special offers. It's got a special offer for you to work with these activations. And it's also got the, let's see, here we go. It's also got the practitioner training that starts in February of 2023. So check out the link in the Zoom box and you can follow along. But Tamra, the first offer is beautiful because it's a lot of activations that people can continue to use
yeah,
to evolve their life. This is called the Great Awakening.
yeah. The Great Awakening is, I think there's like 42 different audios and videos in there, so that you can do it in short little steps. But and it was done over 12 weeks, and it's going to take you through riding the horse. Well, not really, but you know what I mean, to flying the spaceship, because you've got to go through those layers. So that's what this is going to do. The duality in the boxes, clearing out your junk DNA, your universal subconscious belief systems. We have so many belief systems that are running our life that are even universal. So it's shifting all of that out, activating, 12 to 18 strands of your DNA, cosmic birthright, channeling masters. I mean, you guys, over this period, you're going to be blown away what you get. These are master classes. That doesn't mean if there's 42 files you're receiving that it's 42 clearings. No, it's hundreds of clearings. And what I just did in 10 minutes, this is what I do in master classes. I'm doing one activation after another activate and keep going. Okay, I talk, but this isn't about conversation. This is about doing deep reprogramming of your computer, of your biocomputer, so that your life can unfold and be magical. And then there's also 12 guided meditations in there that you can use to focus on things and to create the life you desire. So that's what this is all about. I mean, it's huge. I've never done anything like this. It was shifted my life incredibly. And I just keep shifting and shifting and shifting. I love doing classes like this. It was the first time I did this class, and wow, absolutely incredible shifts in people's lives. I get testimonials all the time from people, how their life is changing.
Well, honors to you, because you are bringing world peace with these activations. You believe in it so much, it's your mission, and it is the backbone of what drives you. So thank you for being full of activations that actually are working to bring world peace. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's all about us. It's all about you, baby.
Okay. And so for those who are on this journey and looking for ways to step up or take on a new modality to be of service on our planet, there's the practitioner course. And if you click on the link for the practitioner's course on the webpage, the link that I sent, then you'll see another video with Tamra and me where she's talking about the mechanics of the practitioner's training. So that one is beautiful. Anything else you'd like to add about that training?
The practitioner training is going to take you to a whole nother level where you can work on yourself and work on other people and help your family and friends shift. Just going through the course, you'll shift a lot. We have people that join in from all over the world, and you'll have lifelong friends and people that you can connect with. This is online only in February. This part it's not in person right now, but it's amazing. And you're going to receive what took me a year and a half to receive. You will be able to offer those activations. And a lot of the first level practitioner training, which this is sacred geometry, a lot of the sacred geometry activations. And just even with the first 3 activations, I saw many miracles with cancer and strokes and all kinds of different things shifting people's lives. So it's an incredible training, and I'm excited to do this with you. We've got it at a really good price. After this training's over, the price is going up. I've kept it. I was underpriced when I started this 10 years ago. I haven't changed the prices. I'm still underpriced. I'm still going to be underpriced. I've been doing some research on other modalities. I'm way underpriced compared to what other people offer. So it's a good time to do it. Do it now before the prices go up, because after February, this class will be a higher price than it is now.
And we want to make it easy for people to access this. So there's a 2 payment plan in the shopping cart. If you need that, if you need to access that, that is available. It's paid over 2 months. And we hope that that makes it easy for you. What we love about it is this is a new earth business. And this is a tool that you can use primarily in your own life. Oh my goodness. I know people will sign up for it just to change their lives on that deeper level and to be able to do it with their family. But to be able to be of service on the planet and to go out
Yeah.
as a business with it is also really incredible. And that is worth every penny of the investment. So,
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. You add it to your toolbox.
mhm,
I have people that did the training 10 years ago. They still use it in their practice.
yay.
They still use it. There are like, I always share sacred activations with my clients. Always.
You are bringing
So,
world, yeah, because
yeah,
we're at peace within ourselves first. We can't have
exactly.
world peace if we're not at peace within ourselves.
But that's how we get world peace. World peace isn't out there. It's not in the politicians. It's
No?
not in some savior or some spaceship coming to Earth to save us. It's an inside job. It's up to us. Nobody's going to do it for us. I mean, one of the activations that will be in the practitioner training, or I think, and of course the other package is the Galactic Federation. When they took me up over the grid system, there was
Mm,
many beings from many different planets there, and it's like I knew them already. I wasn't afraid or anything. And I said, why don't we just do this? And they said, it's your world, it's your job. We're
okay.
here to assist you. We are not doing it for you. This is your game.
This
So
is,
we're here to play a game, and I'm here to help you be better at the game.
yes. Well, thank
Yeah.
you for the incredible service that you've been doing and continue to do. We hope that you can continue to do it for until we see world peace, and then we won't need it anymore. But until then, keep on keeping on. And for those who resonate with this information, again, we invite you to check it out. We've heard comments from Zara, one of Tamra's teachers, that it's so worth it. So go for it if it resonates with you. Tamra, thank you so much for being here. As we close today, any final thoughts?
You got this. It's a video game, and you're a winner. Win the game. Yeah,
Win the game. Thank
win the
you.
game.
Thank you, Tamra Oviatt, Sacred Activations founder, for this beautiful quantum conversation. And thank you all
Thank
for
you.
being here. Your light is valued and so needed on our planet, and we thank you. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to this quantum conversation, and thank you for dancing with us to the cosmic heart. As we raise our own vibration, we raise the vibration of the planet. This show is dedicated to you and all awakening hearts, as we are here to shine our bright light and amplify our love. Access all quantum conversations, special offers from our guests, and online healing retreats by visiting acoustichealth.com. I'm Loren Gailey, and from my sacred heart to yours, I honor your magnificent love and light. We leave you now with music from the universe. Music literally created by the universe, as musical notes were assigned to mathematical equations. The result is this beautiful music, available at acoustichealth.com. Namaste.